And you got yourself.
This is Kick Chat brought to you by
KYG.
Back at y'all with another one. Oh, before we get started, do want to give a shout out to my young boy, Brandon G. One of my students said he found my IG. I was like, that's kind of creepy. I was about to block him. He's like, bro, I subscribed to Kick Chat. And I was like, oh, you the god for that. You feel me? So, yo, man, when you go up, he do got a nice little foot game too. You go, man, come sit down on the couch with us. We'll chop it up. Till then, do your homework.
Thanks. Stay in school, kids.
Definitely you.
Now, most recently in the news, there have been something. StockX has always been in the news, but most recently, people have been complaining about selling desired sneakers and having StockX tell them that they're fake to then take 15% of that commission. How do you feel about that? Who's wrong? Is it the sellers or StockX?
I'm not going front. I've sold a lot through StockX. I've never like gotten my sneakers back or anything like that. But from the sneakers I saw, they were like some really high price sneakers. Like one of them was the Yeezy, the Platinum Yeezy Nike 2s. And now I can see them with a shoe like that. You gotta get it correct.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I can see them being like, yo, not that this is fake, but we cannot guarantee this is authentic.
Gotcha.
And sending it back. That 15%, I'm like, yo, StockX may be low-key getting people on high-price sneakers. Because, like, bro, if I'm StockX and we got a slow month, we never, as a seller, we're never in contact with the buyer. We don't know if there's really a buyer. They're like, yeah, it should be to us. Yo, you sending it back 15%, $1,200? Nah, bro, StockX me. That might be a little scam. I'm not even going front. That may be a little, especially if you know, like, you're for a fact.
Yeah.
My shoe is real. I feel like you're not a scam.
Sure. With me, I'm like, I've sold to StockX. Matter of fact, this hat is one of the things that I sold to StockX and got back because they said something about the line, and it came from Fair God. But they didn't charge me 15%. And granted, it probably is because the value of this hat is not the value of a Nike Air Yeezy.
That could be it, but also they didn't say it was fake. What they said was there's an issue. Remember, StockX is not like, yo, they don't do views. They're saying like, yo, this lining may be frayed or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're not saying like, yo, that's fake. They're saying like, yo, this is not in mint condition enough for us to say, yo, this is dead stock and send it to someone. So you may not get charged that 15%. But if I'm StockX and what were those Yeezys going for, like 8K?
Yeah.
And now it's like, yo, I'm looking like, yo, dog, I send this to somebody, they're gonna tell me it's fake. I'm not losing out on my 15% because you try to G me. Like, you're trying to tell me these is real. You're trying to get me to sell your fake product. It's gonna make me look bad. Now you're not getting your case back until I get my 15% either. Cause you were trying to G me, now I'm gonna G you.
Were they? That's a question.
Oh, come on, bro. We've seen it mad times. So like people come out on the gram or YouTube like, I got these from StockX and they fake. Dog, that hurts StockX. Like there's people like, I'm not shopping from StockX.
Sure.
There's people that would rather pay the higher cost and go into a flight club for what's something from Vegas? Urban Necessities, because like, yo, they can see it in their hand and know what they're getting because of those videos. So I don't blame StockX. Like, yo, if you're trying to sell fakes through my website and I catch you, you gotta pay for that.
I feel you.
You gotta pay for that. We have to edit this part out. What's the next?
You too much, Travis.
But staying on the context of hyped up, high price resale value sneakers, picture dropped last night of Trav in the studio. He's working on Utopia, so we know 2022 he's back outside. Kanye said he's bringing him to Coachella. Yo, Billy, we need that apology. I really don't think Kanye's playing, and he's definitely not playing with white women this time. Please send that apology. What do we see for Trav this year? Like, where do you think he, especially coming off of 2021, the tragedy, is Trav sneakers going to garner that same hype and resale as it did in the past?
Of course, it hasn't left. Yeah, the sneakers that were supposed to be sold, the Air Max 1, right? Not even, not the Fridays, but the Air Max, the ones. Yeah, you can include those, but the Air Max 1, that's what sell when the incident happened.
Yeah.
Astro. Off rip, they were when they sold there, they were 800 better. When they decided they weren't coming out, they were 1,200 better. So Travis has always had hype surrounding his sneakers, and the one is a perfect model to like get it back to that hypeness, right? Whether it be the reverse mochas or the fragments or.
All right.
So 2022.
But with them being lows, like Trav lows, like the low fragments, they're like what 12. The low mochas at the year they released was I think 7, 8 the best.
Yeah.
That's why I low key end up keeping in mind. I was like, $700 is not worth not having the shoe. So, do we think the lows that drop now are gonna do better than the low fragments, or we think like they're gonna? Because honestly, I think those are gonna fluctuate crazy. I think like the first people get their hands on them, the price is gonna be super high.
Yeah.
Day of is a big day for Travis because of course they're gonna sell out. To see what people are actually willing to pay for it is gonna tell you like where this goes. Because it's gonna drop from early release sales.
Of course, yeah.
It's going to drop. How far that drop happens, like if it goes back to OG Mocha, like 7, 6, it's gonna be spooky for Trav right here.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think the fragment has so many collaborators, such an exclusiveness around it that it had to be that high.
I feel you. It didn't have to. Y'all. Hey man, StockX should have charged y'all all 15%. Cause y'all the real scammers talking about StockX scam. But anyway, it didn't have to be that high, bro.
It had to be more than the originals though.
Yeah, more than the original could have been like 8. I thought it was gonna be like 8. 9. I was like, yo, count my lucky stars. I got them things for retail. Shout out to the homie. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't see it doing Travis fragment low numbers.
I don't think anything will. If you look at the trajectory, right? These right now, even though they came out so much more, they're more than the fragments.
That's because they're older.
Yeah, but still.
And I think these were less produced than the frags. The frags dropped in 2 places. Like it dropped on his website. It dropped in 3 dropped in stores, and it dropped on the sneakers. These only dropped on sneakers, and it was a shock drop. Nah, they only dropped on sneakers. It was a shock drop. Like some stores probably had them, but I remember shock dropped on a random day. Had nothing to do, no special day. Shock drop. It's happened to be on my phone. I might be a Travis Lowe retail king. I'm 2 for 2. I'm Steph Curry out here.
Nobody knows me when it comes to Travis, but it's alright.
Let it go. But yeah, man, let us know how y'all feel down below. Travis's, are they going to garner the same respect prior to the Astro World travesty, or they gonna drop a little bit? Also, is StockX scamming? And if y'all got any stories, throw in the comments below. Let us know how y'all feel. Until next week,
Peace out.